So we were talking about Tim's beer and we're all giggling. But that was Comfort. That'll be the third track on this this record, which you can. There's a couple ways you could get this. You could go and you could show up at the show.
That's the funnest way.
That's October 22nd.
It's
the most
October
fun
22nd at the Firebird. Doors are at 7 p.m. Support from Your Long Hours and My Legacy, My Ghost. And it's going to be super fun. But there are, if you can't wait, if you're too antsy to wait for that physical in-hand copy, I think they might have an option that can appease you for a week or so.
I've got two fantastic options for you, Miss Erin. You can go one of two directions. You can order from our website at weareisabella.com. The official pre-order ends next Saturday, which is March 15th. So everybody that pre-orders the physical CD, it's $10 and then $5.
October 16th or October 15th?
What am I saying?
You said March.
I keep saying March.
We were talking about Yingling. So
I'm sure you're right. So October 15th, it's next Saturday. That is the last day that you can pre-order the new record on the website. It is $10 for the record and $5 for shipping, or it's $15, however you want to spin it. So for $15, we will send all of the pre-order CDs go out Sunday the 16th. They will be all mailed out. So those all mail out then, or starting tomorrow, which is October the 8th, Nice Knives is available on iTunes starting tomorrow for pre-order, and the rest of the album comes out on the 22nd. Now, if you pre-order the iTunes record, it is $5.99 to pre-order the iTunes record. And when you download it from iTunes before October 22nd, you immediately will get the title track, Nice Knives, which we played at the beginning of the show. And then you will also get the Endgame and Yingling songs that have been on our Facebook page for the last couple of months.
And that I've been playing on my radio show, my other show, religiously.
Well, we definitely appreciate it.
No, I like them. So I don't play songs on that show that I don't actually like. So that's the nice thing about college radio is we get to choose what we play. We don't have to stick and just So I enjoy the songs. So thank you for writing good music. But so the last year you guys you've been doing some stuff.
It's been a trip.
Yeah, you did the record, you did the Road to Point Fest.
We did.
Which that you did a good job.
It is that whole thing is an experience, and it's definitely one that you have to plan and you have to be fully committed to. And
well, you had been through it once before.
We have.
But I'm curious though, and because I this is actually just my question, but is it, since it's been a couple years and there's different, is it different than it was in 2011? Has there been any changes in the process or how that works, or is it just basically the same?
I definitely don't think anything is the same. Tim, you may have a different perception of how this all went than I remember, but in 2011 specifically, I thought it was much more disconnected. We played at 10 o'clock in the morning at that Point Fest, which is rough, especially being from 2 hours away. So load in for that show is 7:30 a.m.
Well, I mean, you played at 11 o'clock this time, but for good reason.
But for great reason.
Right.
And we were totally okay with it. And I think we actually didn't play till noon. I think we didn't play till almost 1 this year. I think we were slated for 12:30, and I think we went on right about then. So
It was running late.
right.
Oh, okay.
It was
right.
running late, and we didn't start till afternoon this time, which was wonderful.
Okay.
So
And did you have a broken leg?
I did not. That would have been our wonderful, our squiz guard, if you will. His name is Jake. Jake broke his knee at a show in Erin, Illinois. Probably, I don't know what.
Wait. What's the squiz guard?
That's a Metalocalypse reference.
Okay, cool.
I think. Maybe I got his name wrong.
Another one over my head.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm terrible.
I'm not.
Keep going.
Pat would know better.
He's the lead guitar player is what that means.
Okay.
So in that, Jake broke his leg in that, but it actually kind of got to help because since we were so close to the front of the parking lot, we got to kind of, I don't want to say we got special access because of Jake's busted leg, but it definitely got us up very close to a lot of things, and we got to kind of, he got to have his own personal escort that entire day that carried his guitar rig for him, that moved all this stuff. Oh, it was wonderful. I'm sure it was a great day for him.
Right. Well, I mean, it was a
Didn't carry
great
a
day
mic
for
cable.
me. I was there. I know Pat came. We both saw your set. Actually, I missed the beginning of it. I was I heard you playing as I was walking. I'm like, I was running to get there because I had a hectic morning. But I'm sure your morning was much more hectic than mine. But yeah,
this past year was actually great. It was seamless. It was wonderfully executed, especially in comparison to 2011. Like being a part of the We Are United group and being just a part of a lot of what is happening in St. Louis in the last year. You said your exact words were you totally had not heard about us, and then all of a sudden we were everywhere. We started talking to Coco again when Coco started doing a lot of his stuff and a lot of his booking and a lot of his, his drive and direction. So when we got involved with him, he kind of is the one that brought us back into a lot of what was happening. And from there, that would have been, I think, March of 2014 was whenever me and Coco first got back together on stuff. And then from there, everything just escalated and done well, and we work great together. And that whole road to Point Fest is not a contest for you if you're not a band that wants to work. If you're not a band that wants to hustle and want to actually do it, you can't just show up and depend on everybody else's crowds to just make up for what you're not doing.
Well, they don't just base it off ticket sales or crowds either. I think that's what people don't understand. Like, that's not the only thing that
buying tickets will never, ever help you. It will not.
No, especially not at that venue because they count the stubs. Like,
All
your
of
name's
them.
on the stubs.
You can sell 200 tickets to a final show. You can do that. But if you have 48 people through the door, it doesn't take anybody else to figure, it doesn't take a genius to look at that and go, oh, these things don't make sense.
Right.
So you're really only kidding yourself and you're really only hurting yourself. So you have to get out.
And they judge off the talent. If you don't have a tight set.
If you don't have good songs.
Or if you don't have good songs, you don't have good crowd interaction, good energy. Like, I mean, I'm not saying that, I'm not a judge. This is just things that I've heard from being around from other bands, from people that, but, I mean, that's common sense to me. If you go up on stage and you're not giving it your all and you're not into it and you're not feeling it and you're not doing your best that you can do, and another band is, then that band's going to be the one that moves forward. Because they earned it.
Sure.
Like, that's my word. But I don't like the word deserve. I like the word
I
earn.
definitely understand that.
But I don't know. That's like I said, that's my thing.
But the road to Point Fest is an incredible opportunity. It is an incredibly wonderful thing that both Pops and the Point and everybody that's involved with that whole process, everything that those guys do is only an attempt and an effort to give you the vehicle to make yourselves popular or noticed. The networking that you have of all the bands, you're crazy. If you are in the road to Point Fest, step one, the first thing you should do is you should look at every other band that's on every other one of them, and you should message everybody from every one of those bands and say, hey, my name's so-and-so, and here's what the band I'm from. I'm playing on this date, you're playing on this date. How do we become friends? Right. The networking, especially in the Ernie Ball stage with Vans Warped Tour, the whole experience is the networking between all the bands. It's not even about playing the one show for 20,000 people or whatever the number comes to, but it's all about that experience and how you get in and meet all these other people. And they're going to know. People are going to know if you're being terrible, if you're just a shady person.
Oh, well, yeah.
And you're only here to play for our fans and then hopefully dip out and leave and you brought nobody here.
Yeah.
Nobody's trying to work with that.
People see that and people talk and you hear about it. And then, and I forgot what I was getting ready to say something too with that. And I completely lost
Getting
it.
all off in the tangent.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful opportunity, though.
And the Road to Point Fest, I don't think people realize the amount of work the venue puts into that. I mean, that is a process that takes 3/4 of the year.
It takes 8 months. That's we started planning for last year's Point Fest in October when we were doing the song with Amlon.
Like, they're starting the session 1 now.
They're now.
And Point Fest is in May. Like, so I mean, I don't think they realize how much time, not just the bands, but the venue staff, the point staff, Cornbread, everybody puts
That's
into
a ton of resources.
doing all this. It is, and networking is the most important thing you can do for any product, any brand, including your music. I hate to say that it's a brand, but it is.
No, I get it.
And I mean, I know you do.
I thought we were a corporation.
We're an LLC.
LLC,
Okay.
yeah. But still, like it's in general, it really is a huge thing in life. It's just as much who you know as what you know, because you can, you got many people that can do things that you don't know how to do. Well, if you go and talk to those
if
people,
you're friendly
they'll
with
teach
them,
you.
go be into the
Right.
things they're into.
Right.
They
Help them.
probably have a band.
Everybody help each other.
Go
Like,
find
that's-
their band.
That's
Go
the
hang
thing.
out with them.
If we all help each other, we're gonna get a lot further because your, positives or upsides might be, his flaws, and you two work together. Hey, now you're a golden team. You got all the stuff going for you.
Sure.
I don't know. I need to stop talking. Let's play some music. Let's take a break. Wow, I'm really tired. I'm sorry, guys. And the traffic was really bad today.
It was horrible. It was horrible getting.
I
don't know how
told you
you
to be
did.
prepared for the 70.
Please believe me, we
Dude.
ran into this studio. We were running around the front of this building.
Oh, I believe you. I do. But were you running around like Pac-Man?
Sure.
Like Pac-Man? Well, speaking of Pac-Man, this next song, I don't know. I had to find a way to seg into it. Year Long Hours we were talking about way a minute ago. We're back to them now. They're a bunch of kids from Jeffco, like me. Jeffco kids. Woot. I love Jeffco.
I don't mess with that.
We didn't say that on the air. And moving on. Your long hours. Pac-Man ate all my friends. We will be back in 3 minutes and 45 seconds.